Oh, hello. My name is Michael and I played the Backrooms 1998. First of all, I want to give a huge shout out to Ryan, one of the developers at Steelkrill Studios, for shooting me the Steam code via email. Much appreciated. The reason for this not being a gameplay video is actually entirely my fault, so clown me, but I couldn't really find out the microphone mechanic, and me and my girlfriend ended up being pretty quiet the entire playthrough after a certain point because we didn't want to get caught, and it seemed like every time we tried to say something, my man would just jump out and come get us. So yeah, sorry about that. But that's not gonna stop me from talking about the game and telling you what I thought. The Backrooms 1998 is a first-person psychological game where a teenager falls into the backrooms and has to find a way to get out. Funny enough, the date in the game is actually my sister's birthday, so happy birthday. Going into this game is actually my first Backrooms experience. You know, I've read a lot about it, I've watched a lot about it, but I've actually never played it until now. I gotta say, it was really interesting. Knowing that the Backrooms is just this place that you can just fall into, you can no-clip into with no explanation and no reason particularly. That's really creepy to me, and I love the idea about it. You're just wandering on and seeing these yellow walls and smelling this moldy carpet. Whoever created it must have had some really rough nightmares. And that's what I think the game captures well, is the creepy atmosphere. Walking into it, looking around, simply taking a few steps forward, I didn't want to really be where I was. Now, usually the Backrooms don't have doors. There's usually just open spaces, endless open spaces that you just walk through. And while I do prefer that, I don't mind a bit of a different take, you know, opening these doors and going through them. It made the place more like a labyrinth rather than an endless loop. So quite an interesting take. The other thing I really loved is the VHS aesthetic, or whatever you would call it, you know, having the camera up, the static on the camera, having the camera glitch here and there. It just brought me back to the old Outlast days, and I cry to this day. And I will say that the story put in place, while maybe not the best written and maybe not the most believable, as I don't believe a few teenage kids would hunt down this little kid and chop his limbs off. For what it is, it was well executed. The plot twist threw us off, and you know, being a film student, if a plot twist throws me off, I'm pretty impressed. So good job of that, Ryan. The gameplay is really simple. Pretty much you just walk through the Backrooms and you turn corners and you look behind doors, and if your camera glitches and you turn around, things might change, things might move as well. There are mannequins, there are dolls, really creepy dolls, might I add. There's just a lot in this game that you want to avoid, including the creature who turns out to be little Timmy. Rest his soul. And overall, I think that's what I enjoyed. You know, I actually didn't expect the game to be so linear, but I didn't mind it. I was hoping that it was, because I didn't know how many hours I had to spend into the game. We only spent about like maybe 1 hour, and the story concluded the way it needed to. Now, there are a few things that I was a bit iffy about in this game, that mainly being the microphone mechanic. As I said, I could be stupid, but the reason that I did not upload a full gameplay of this game is because I just couldn't sit here and edit over an hour of me and Eileen being quiet as hell because we think that little Timmy is gonna come and get us. Couldn't do it. Felt like it would be cringe for me and for you. Didn't want to leave y'all unentertained. I'm so sorry about that. But I wish that the microphone mechanic was a bit more explained, because I thought that once the bar reaches the red, that's when you start getting heard. But no, I might have whispered or said something and little Timmy came running. That leads me to little Timmy's footsteps. I was very confused on where he was, because you can hear his footsteps at all times, and sometimes, most of the time, you can't be too sure what direction he's coming from. I couldn't tell how far away little Timmy was until he was right in my face, and then you hear the blood squelching from his tentacles, I think, whatever those are. Yeah, I just think that the design for him needs to be tweaked so that at least we could be at ease when we know where he is, or when we don't hear his footsteps, because you don't want to know how long we spent sitting in the locker waiting for him to come and pass by. And lastly, I'm sorry, I think the jump scares in this game are over the top. I played it on no jump scare mode for a reason, because I heard a lot of people saying, hey, it's overwhelmed with jump scares. And even on no jump scare mode, there's a handful of jump scares that didn't need to be put into place. I felt like the tension of little Timmy walking around looking for you and you having to hide in a locker or under a table. While I don't like doing that too much, I felt like that was enough. After a while, the tension that's being built just suddenly breaks and falls back, and you have to rebuild it. And you know, that's the one thing that I think this game could have done better, was fewer and better jump scares, or just tone back on them. But overall, I think the game has potential. It's in early access. A lot of things can be changed. A lot of things can be expanded. And I'm looking forward to see what Steelkrill Studios does with the game. And if any huge updates come out, I might check it out again and actually, you know, play it and upload it properly this time, because you know, I'm a stupid idiot. Yeah, if y'all want to see me check out another Backrooms game, let me know. I'm really like venturing out. I'm damn playing Roblox. I'm probably gonna end up playing some Minecraft and some more indie horror games. Just let me know if there's anything y'all want to see, anything popping up and popular, and I might check it out. If you're feeling kind of, leave that like rating, and I have a bunch more horror games for you to watch on the channel, so go do that. Sayonara, and try not to no clip through the floor. Thank you.